You're right. There is concern about the economy. Definitely, many people have become vulnerable. All the people who work, who are day laborers, who didn't get anything for 3 months. So this is a great, great concern. We don't want to have a revolution of the hungry tomorrow after having achieved that. So I think the government is aware of that, and I don't think that loans from the World Bank is going to help. But what is going to help if you help us to bring back the stolen assets? This will help a lot the economy today and provide, particularly for the vulnerable people who have been the most, the losers really in this. So this is one, and debt forgiveness is another. Or let's say debt forgiveness first and assistance in repatriating stolen assets.
I thought we started a little bit late, so I thought we'd go another 5 minutes. Is that okay with everybody? There's an individual here.
Hugh Grindstaff. Do you think Dr. Hawass coming back to take over the Museum of Antiquities is going to help you get back the assets?
The question again.
Whether Hawass quit his job.
Did he quit his job?
He did.
Yesterday?
No, before.
But he's back as a minister. Yeah. So, what is it?
That will assist.
Assist in what?
Getting the assets back. Antiquities. Is that what you're talking about?
No.
14 billion.
No. No.
14 billion.
How else can go and get the assets back and get Nefertiti and everybody, but this won't give food on the table. No. Nor an employment.
Question?
No.
Hi, this is Mokbil from Radio Sawa, MBN.
From?
Radio Sawa, MBN Incorporation. And my question to Dr. Ebeid is, do you think that the uprise of new movements and groups would be the demise of old parties rather than the beginning of perhaps a new coalition or alliance? Because now we are hearing new calls of let's make coalitions and let's make alliances. So what do you think of this point?
So, who's calling for making coalitions and alliances?
Well, we heard this from Dr. Abul Ghar, later on Dr. Barad'i, even the Muslim Brotherhood, they were trying to call for some coalition before the parliamentary elections.
But they are making it with all parties.
Yeah. What do you think? You think that the new parties or the new groups will fit in with this?
Will fit
because earlier you mentioned that the rise of the new groups might be the end of old parties.
No, I didn't say the end of old parties, but I think they have more to offer, more that is new, and they're enthusiastic. All the old parties don't have a youthful component, and that's why they look obsolete today. You have the same faces that you have seen for 30 years. I think people want to see new faces. They want to see the people of Tahrir in the new parties. And I don't think the people of Tahrir have joined old parties. This is it. This is a great mistake. I have tried to encourage them to do so, to join the Wafd or to join the left according to their leanings, but they don't seem to be very enthusiastic about that. They are more enthusiastic to join Amr Hamzawi or Naguib Sawiris or Abu Ghar or Barad'i, things for change and so on. So, I don't know. You will know.
One final quick question. We've got a lady in the back here.
Thank you. Hazel Chipole with Higher Education for Development. We support international partnerships around the world with the support of USAID, including in Egypt, working at Alexandria University, Cairo University, Mataria Technical College. And I'm really interested to hear your comments on the short and the long-term implications of the revolution on higher education in Egypt, and also the role, if any, of higher educational institutions on the rebuilding.
Big question.
No, the most important one. I have always said, and in all my writings and talks, that the key to solve our problems is education. And the key of all our problems is education. So if the new government doesn't take this as a priority, I don't think that we will go anywhere. We will not have made the leap forward that the revolution demands. There was great hope when Ahmed Zouel came that he would, you know who Ahmed Zouel is, I suppose, the Nobel laureate and so on, that he would not only run for presidency, would have been very good because he's a professional, and then there was that silly law that if you are married to a foreigner, you can't, or if your mother or grandmother is from Timbuktu, you can't. I mean, it's so ridiculous. But anyway, we hope that, because he was very enthusiastic about this new Egypt and the revolution, we hope that he can give a hand. And this will be really a great thing to do, which is not only higher education, but R&D. And this is what's very much in demand. Second thing is that the Egyptian Americans can do a great deal to raise the level. And I've seen the dean of, or the president of the University of Massachusetts, who has offered again his willingness to help, to make exchanges. What we demand also is to have exchange of our bright students, to give them the opportunity to come here, to come and train here and get experience and so on. Higher education is a priority, but also ordinary education. We want to restart education. Today they talk about unemployment. The unemployment comes from the limited opportunities that the education gives, because the education that these young graduates whose families are bled to get them educated in universities come out, and what they have learned has nothing to do with the demands of the market. There is no, there is no mix of the demands of the market as something, and what they have learned is another. And that's why you get unemployment. It is not because they are not, they have been educated and trained in the wrong things. We have to have an encouragement today in the sciences, in the new technology, in, the things that are in demand in the world, to be able to compete in this world of globalization. That's the main thing. It should be the objective, but the objective also should be on the part of the government. Where do they want us to be in 5 years, in 10 years? Do they want us to be like Singapore or Malaysia or Hong Kong, or do they want us to be like Timbuktu? That's it. That's the choice. And if you want to be this way, you have to have a roadmap that gets you to this way, with the modalities, with the mechanisms that will help you go the right way.
Well, I'm afraid we're out of time. I just want to thank you for your insight and your perspectives. There are few who understand the political landscape better than you do, Dr. Makram-Ebeid, and we look forward to seeing you again here after the elections, inshallah, to give us more information. Thank you so much.